Good evening, everybody. I'm Chuck Durso, and welcome to HSTV for tonight's high school game of the week. The Brownsville Falcons hosting the Beth Center Bulldogs in an interstate conference matchup in the WPIAL Class AA. The Brownsville Falcons come into tonight's game with an outside shot at a playoff berth. They need to win both of their remaining 2 games, and they'll need some help as well to secure that 4th place spot out of the interstate conference. For Beth Center, however, forget about the playoffs. They just won a W. A rough season for the Bulldogs. They come into tonight's game 0-7 on the season, looking for their first victory. But they'll have to stop a balanced Falcon attack. Dan Solomon through the air, and Justin Samuel over the ground. He's picked up over 600 yards rushing on the season. The Bulldog defense will have to find a way to stop that Falcon attack. For Beth Center, well, they've struggled putting up points on the board all season long. What offense they have been able to muster, primarily thanks to George Hilverding on the ground. He is their leading rusher. He comes in with over 300 yards rushing. But it's been a rough season for Beth Center. However, they've come over from Washington County hoping to wipe away all of the bad vibes so far this year and see if they can get one in the W column. For Brownsville, however, as we said, they still dream of a playoff berth. We'll find out what happens, and we'll get underway in just a few moments with the opening kickoff, so stay tuned. It's Brownsville and Beth Center High School Game of the Week action coming up next on Herald Standard Television.
Are you ready for some football?
If you're a high school football fan, make sure you reach for the end zone every Sunday in the Herald Standard. Get a comprehensive look at the local high school football scores each Sunday in the Herald Standard. The end zone is a special section dedicated to high school football scores, stats, stories, and photos. The end zone has everything you need to keep updated on the latest games of all your favorite high school football teams. So get into the zone, the Herald Standard end zone, every Sunday from your local sports leader, the Herald Standard.
I'll see you in the end zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and welcome to Redstone Field. This evening we have the privilege of honoring the members of the varsity football team, varsity cheerleaders, and the members of the marching band, along with their parents. Number 40, Cameron Blumack. Cameron is escorted this evening by his parents, Stan and Holly Blumack of Grindstone. Cameron participates in the Youth Education Association and Ski Club. He has played high school football for 2 years and also runs track. Cameron's out-of-school activities include playing soccer and parties. And after graduation from Brownsville area, Cameron plans on attending college and becoming a massage therapist. Number 67, David Tito Jackson. Tackle. He is the son of Anita J. Jackson of Brownsville. Tonight he is being escorted by his mom and nephew. He ran track for 3 years. He also belongs to the Brownsville Christian Fellowship Church. David plans to go to college and play professional football. Number 41, Barry Miller, linebacker and fullback. He is escorted this evening by his parents, Bob and Nancy Miller of Brownsville. Barry has been on the high school football team for 4 years and on the high school basketball team for 3 years. He has been on the ski club for 1 year, and Barry plans for after graduation are undecided. Number 77, George Ozanek. Guard. George is escorted this evening by his parents, George and Judy Ozanek, and resides at Royal. George has been a member of the football team for 4 years and the weightlifting team for 4 years. George is a member of the TV Drama Club, and after graduation, George plans to attend college and major in physical therapy. Number 21, Jeff Palahak, halfback and strong safety. He is escorted tonight by his parents, Mark and Valerie Palahak of Republic. He is president of the National Honor Society, vice president of the Youth Education Association, a member of the Student Council, a member of the Drama Club, 4 years in wrestling and football, 1 year of track, a 3-year weightlifter, and his voice is heard daily for school announcements. After school, he enjoys riding dirt bikes as well as hunting. Jeff is waiting for approval to attend the United States Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, Colorado. He will major in computer science or computer engineering. Number 62, Sal Polasek, defensive tackle. Sal is escorted this evening by his parents, Ike and Dana Polasek of Brownsville. Sal has played football since he's been in 7th grade. He has also participated in track and wrestling. Sal enjoys playing backyard football, basketball, and street hockey with his friends. He also works at the family business. After graduation from Brownsville area, Sal plans to work and continue his education. Number 75, Bert Haley, tight end, is escorted this evening by his mother, Jacqueline David. Bert lives at Prospect Street in Brownsville. He's a 4-year member of the football team, a member of the choir, and lift weights. After graduation, he plans to attend college to be a music performer or an educator. Number 34, Justin Samuel, running back and free safety. Justin is escorted this evening by his parents, Dave and Janine Samuel of Hiller. Justin's school activities include 1 year of baseball, 4 years of basketball, 4 years of weightlifting, and 4 years of football. Justin also belongs to the Order Sons of Italy and St. Peter's Church in Brownsville. After graduation, Justin would like to play college football and major in business management. Number 32, Todd Settles, wide receiver and cornerback. Todd is the son of Mona Settles and Keith Dorsey and resides in Allison. Todd is escorted this evening by his mother, Mona Settles, and grandmother, Joyce Dorsey. Todd's school activities includes 3 years of football and 1 year of basketball. He plans to attend college after graduation. Number 11, Dan Solomon, quarterback. Dan is escorted this evening by his parents, Daniel and Anita Solomon of Merrittstown. Dan is presently on the senior cabinet and a member of the Youth Education Association. Dan has participated in football for 4 years, the track team 2 years, and basketball 2 years. For 14 years, Dan has played in the California Soccer Association. Dan has also performed in the high school musical Fiddler on the Roof. After graduation, he plans to attend college and play football. Number 44, Timothy Van Divner. Timothy is defensive back. He is escorted this evening by his parents, Timothy and Robin Van Divner of East Millsboro. Tim enjoys attending VOTEC and learning auto body. Tim has played football for the Midget League Junior High and 4 years of high school. He enjoys bowling. Timmy's plans for after graduation is to attend an advanced technicals for auto body for Nashville Auto Diesel College. Number 24, Brandon Williams, cornerback. Brandon is the son of Brenda Lukosh and Larry Mouse Williams, and the grandson of Verna Bozak and the late Ed Bozak, and Mr. and Mrs. Leonard Williams. Tonight, Brandon is being escorted by his mother, Brenda, and grandmother, Verna Bozak. Brandon's school activities include 4 years of high school baseball, 2 years of high school football. His out-of-school activities include baseball for the Never Colonial 3 since the age of 9. After graduation, Brandon plans on enlisting in one of the armed forces. Number 30, Jason Wilson. Jason is escorted this evening by his parents, Harry and Carl Wilson. Jason resides in Grindstone. Jason has been a member of the Falcon football team for 3 years, a member of the weightlifting team for 3 years, and a member of the ski club for 3 years. Jason plans to attend Penn State after graduation from high school. Number 74, Dennis Zellers, center. He's escorted this evening by his parents, Dennis and Phyllis Zellers of Maxwell. Dennis has been active in the following school activities: football for 3 years, wrestling 4 years, weightlifting 4 years, choir 4 years. He is also a 2-year member of the National Honor Society. He is a member of St. James Roman Catholic Church in Laybell, where he has been an altar server for 10 years. He is a student pilot at Eagle One Aviation in Waynesburg, and Dennis plans for the future to become a professional pilot. Number 65, Craig Zivkovich, offensive guard. Craig is escorted this evening by his parents, Michael and Tracy Zivkovich of Brownsville. Craig has been active in varsity football for 3 years, varsity baseball for 2 years, a 4-year member of the ski club. He is a 4-year member of the art club and is a part of the student council. As a freshman, he played football, baseball, and basketball. Craig plays Legion baseball for Colonial 3. After graduation, Craig plans to attend college. And that, ladies and gentlemen, are the members of the varsity football squad. And now our hard-working cheerleaders. Leanna Basil, daughter of John and Veronica Basil. Been cheerleading for 4 years and is the varsity co-captain. Leanna is a 2-year member of the National Honor Society and also a 2-year member of the Spanish National Honor Society. She has been a 4-year member of the Student Council and is president this year. Leanna is also a member of the Gateway Program and a member of the math competition team. Leanna participated in musical in the 9th grade as a dancer and chorus member. 10th grade is Sister Sophia. Leanna was also the 2001 Coal Queen representative, where she placed 5th. Leanna attends St. James Church in Laybell, where she also sings in the choir. Her future plans are attend college for business or nursing. Jennifer Lynn Guerin, daughter of Bruce and Suzanne Guerin. Been in cheerleading for 4 years. Been a member of the Interact Club, the Student Council, Senior Cabinet, the National Honor Society, Spanish National Honor Society, yearbook staff, TV Drama Club, member of the varsity soccer team, and a dancer at Cheryl Brumley's dance studio. Her future plans are attend college and major in dance and secondary education. Ashley Lynn Gorgola, daughter of James and Linda Gorgola of Grindstone. She's been cheerleading for 4 years as the co-captain, member of the National Honor Society, holding the position of treasurer. Spanish National Honor Society, 4-year member of the Student Council, member of the Art Club, member of the main math competition team, 4-year member of the Drama Club. Outside of school, she's a dancer at Cheryl Frost Dance Studio in Fairbank. She has taken piano lessons for 10 years. She is a member of St. Peter's Church in Brownsville. Her future plans are attend college and major in psychology. Danielle Nicole Orbash, daughter of Beverly Orbash and the late David Orbash. She's been cheering for 4 years. Member of the National Honor Society, the Spanish National Honor Society, the Interact Club, senior cabinet member, student council, yearbook staff, TV Drama Club, assistant student director of the musical, member of the varsity soccer team, varsity track team, and a dancer at Cheryl Frost Dance Studio. Her future plans to attend the University of Pittsburgh and major in sports medicine with a minor in history. Kellyanne Palvanel, daughter of Dave and Candace Palvanel of Brownsville. Cheerleader for 4 years. And this year, the varsity captain. She is a member of the yearbook staff, TV Drama Club, Spanish National Honor Society, and Senior Cabinet. 4-year member of the Student Council and Interact. Outside of school, Kelly is advanced at the as a 4-year Terry Sheehan dancer and a member of the St. Mary's Church in Brownsville. Kelly also has a younger brother, Daniel, and sister, Courtney. Her future plans are to attend college. Kelly Shimborski, daughter of Walter and Mary Shimborski of Brownsville, has been a cheerleader for 4 years. Kelly's a member of the National Honor Society, the Spanish National Honor Society, the Art Club member, math competition team. She dances at the Terry Sheehan School of Dance and the Mon Valley Ballet Theater, and has performed lead roles in the ballet Nutcracker and Cinderella. She is a member of St. Peter's Church in Brownsville, and her future plans are to attend college. And that, ladies and gentlemen, members of the varsity cheerleading squad. I'll have a nice hand for those hard-working young ladies. Now the senior band members. Brandy Bracker, being escorted by her mother, Christine, and father, Scott. Been a member of the band for 4 years. She's the featured twirler. Member of SAD for 2 years, the yearbook 1 year, Dare Role Model 4 years, TV Drama Club 1 year, and the YEA 1 year. Her future plans are to attend school and someday have a family. Rachel DeVizzi, daughter of Elaine and Sam DeVizzi. She's been a member of the band for 4 years, the drum major, and she's also been the assistant commanding officer. 4-year member of the marching band, the jazz band, and the concert band. President of the YEA for 2 years. Participated in the musical for 3 years. Yearbook staff, 2 years. Newspaper staff, 4 years. Gateway program for the gifted, 3 years, and also the math competition team. She's a member of the Holy Rosary Church in Republic, where she is a lector and a member of the youth group. Her future plans to go to MIT and major in aerospace engineering. Joseph Robert Gudak is being escorted by Joseph Gudak in memory of Roberta Gudak, his mother. He's been in the marching band for 4 years, the concert band 4 years. He's a member of the Wednesday night bowling league at Gudak's, assistant commanding officer. His future plans: attend the University of Honolulu and stay out of prison. Amanda Okalani Kuhn. 4 years in the band and the cymbal section leader, and this evening she's being escorted by her father, Thomas Kuhn. She's a member of the choir, been in the concert band for 3 years, Spanish National Honor Society 2 years, Dare Role Model, musical for 3 years, and the Art Club for 1 year. Tiffany Marie Capaco, being escorted by our mother Joan, father Andrew, and brother Jeremy. Been a member of the band for 4 years. Drum major. She's been on a volleyball team for 4 years, the jazz band 4 years, concert band 4 years, ski club 2 years, and the choir for 2 years. Who's Who Among Americans High School Students National Honor Roll. Spanish National Honor Society for 2 years, and she was in the pit orchestra for 1 year. Her future plans are to go to college for zoology. Melissa Marietta, being escorted by her parents, John and Patty Marietta of New Salem. Been in the band for 4 years. 2000 drum major, concert band 3 years, musical 4 years, the choir 3 years, Spanish National Honor Society for 2 years. Carrie Saltzman, being escorted by her mother Patty and father Kim. She's been in the band for 1 year. She's a volunteer firefighter for the Allison No. 2 Volunteer Fire Department. And she's a member of the Church of the Nazarene. Kara Soroka, being escorted by her mother Pam Smith and her stepdad Matt Smith, member of the band for 2 years. She attends VOTEC and she plans to enter medical field. Carrie Ellen Wardman, commanding officer, group section leader for 3 years, clarinet section leader for 1 year. She's being escorted by her father Tom Wardman, her mother Cindy Wardman, her grandmother Sarah Parsons, and her grandfather Ray Parsons. Her activities included junior class secretary, YEA senior year, YEA yearbook, musicals 9, 10, 11, and 12, marching band 4 years, concert band 4 years, jazz band 2 years, the choir 3 years, their role model, Who's Who Among Americans High School Students. Her future plans is to be rich and famous on Broadway and to attend New York University. And that, ladies and gentlemen, are the members of the Varsity Marching Band. Seniors, have your attention please, seniors. On behalf of the Board of Education, the administration, teachers, students, and the entire Brownsville area community, we thank you for your commitment and dedication to your school and your community, and we wish you only the very best in all of your future endeavors. Thank you.
You don't have to drive to Pittsburgh to get quality legal services. The hometown team of Davis & Davis will even come to your home to help with your case. You can count on Davis & Davis, a team of professionals working for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you all please rise, and gentlemen, please remove your hats. And please listen, as the Brownsville Area High School proudly plays our national anthem and remains standing for the Brownsville area alma mater. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Redstone Field. This evening, the Falcons of Brownsville area play host to the Bulldogs of Beth Center in an interstate conference game. Here is the Falcons' probably starting offensive lineup. At tight end, number 88, Steve Pazabon. At tackle, number 79, Ben Onesco. At tackle, number 66, Ian Oleski. And at tackle, number 67, David Jackson. At guard, number 65, Craig Zivkovic. And at guard, number 58, Elliot Patterson. At center, number 55, John Sobek. At wide receiver, number 31, Mike Piccolamini, or number 32, Todd Settle. At quarterback, number 11, Dan Solomon. At running back, number 26, Dougie Patterson. And at running back, number 34, Justin Samuel. The fullback, number 30, Jason Wilson. The head coach of the Falcons, Mr. John Bargalucci. Assisted by Bobby Rose, Bill Haddon, Don Booker Jr., Rod Belusco, Bernard Johnson, Rick Gates, Scott Roebuck, and Andy Ashley. Co-captain for the Bulldogs, number 56, J.D. McCarty. Number 12, Rob Opal. Number 74, J.T. Shasha. And number 55, Brian Latisa. For the Falcons, number 11, Dan Solomon. Number 67, David Jackson. And number 34, Justin Samuel. The officials for tonight's game, Washington Greene County Chapter PIAA football officials. The referee is Frank Colella. The umpire, Gino Sedlak. The linesman, Tom Rice. The line judge, Patsy Mazza. The field judge, Mark Grant. The back judge, Mario Seneca. Clock operator, Pickhandle Murkowski.
And welcome back as you take a look at the captains. We've just had the opening coin toss just minutes away from the start of tonight's game. And the Brownsville Falcons are going to receive the ball to open up the game. And the Beth Center will be defending the goal to your right. That means the Brownsville Falcons moving left to right across your television screen. Falcons come into this game with a record of 3-4. They are 2-3 in the Interstate Conference. Right now sitting in 5th place, but still with an outside shot at that 4th and final playoff spot. Beth Center 0-5 in the conference, 0-7 overall on the season. Beth Center, of course, will be in the gold with the blue numerals and the gold helmets. Brownsville, of course, in the black with the gold numerals and the black helmets. Must-win situation for the Falcons. They come into this game, quite frankly, heavy favorites. We would expect them to come away with the W tonight, but still, got to go out and get the job done. A little bit of a rivalry game as these two schools in close vicinity to one another. A lot of kids know each other from both schools, and that can always play a factor as well. And Beth Center can kind of salvage their season if they could pick up the upset win. The opening kickoff is a short kickoff, and it is taken by one of the up men. Short return, and Brownsville will have a good field position. Oh, Will Murray, there it is, trying to find 25 on my roster. Yeah, Will Murray, the sophomore. Sophomore halfback for the Falcons, brings it back to the 40, and that's where the Falcons will start out. 1st and 10. And single setback is Justin Samuel. Actually, no, check that. He has a blocking back with him, but back to pass on 1st down. And going deep down the sideline, and the ball is caught and out of bounds. A big play right off the start. Beautiful pass by Solomon. And a big gainer for... No, they did not make the catch. Check that. Settles was on the far sideline and did not come up with it. So we'll have second down and 10. Settles and Patterson, the two top receivers for the Falcons. Patterson leads the Falcons in receptions with 15, but Settles right behind him with 14. Tried to hit Settles deep on the first play, but incomplete. So now second down and 10. Now Samuel will get the pitch, and he has some room around the right side as he'll pick up 6 yards. Tackle made on the play by Garrett Ballas, coming up from the defensive back position, and we'll have third down and 4. A long 4 as that ball is marked just across the 45. Again, Solomon, your quarterback, comes into the game. 45 completions and 130 attempts. He's passed for 641 yards, 6 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions, but they'll run for it here on third down, and they will get the first down. Pitch to the left side. Patterson gets the carry. I mentioned, of course, Patterson receiving the ball, but there was a rush by Patterson, and he gets into Beth Center territory, ahead to the 48-yard line. 6-yard gain, first and 10 for the Falcons. Just underway, 11:06 as they restart the clock now that the chains have been set here in the first period. Had Patterson in the backfield on that play. Just a quick pitch to the left. Now some confusion getting that play in, and Solomon is going to have to use an early timeout, as Brownsville will call their first timeout. Go talk things over with head coach Don Bartolomucci. Brownsville on the far sideline. Beth Center led by head coach Ed Woods. Rough season so far for Beth Center. Not just as the losses have piled up, but the one-sided nature of many of them. They've struggled this year, but again, they could wipe all of that away if they could. Well, I don't know if wipe all of that away would be accurate. They could wipe a lot of it away, picking up a victory. Brownsville, of course, with slightly bigger fish to fry. They're still hoping for a playoff berth. They need help, though. They need to win their last 2 games. Seton LaSalle needs to lose their final 2 games. If that happens, Brownsville's in. Now back to pass again on first down. Long pass again and incomplete. Just a little too strong down the far sideline, looking for Mike Piccolomini. So again, we'll have a second down and 10. The Falcons faced a second and 10 a few plays ago, and 2 running plays enabled them to convert the first down. Let's see what they try this time on the second and 10. Falcons come up to the line. Piccolomini split to the far side. Patterson to the near side. Fake to the fullback, and now here's the pitch. Loose football. And I believe Samuel fell on it. Yes, he did. But a big, big loss. All the way back to the 43. We'll lose 9. Now we have third down and 19. Not many plays in the playbook for third and this long. Two receivers split wide to the top. Backs are in the eye. Looking to pass now. And going deep, wide open, but again the pass is overthrown for Patterson. Patterson got behind the Beth Center defense. Aaron Falcone allowing Patterson to get deep open, and if Solomon can hit him, he scores. Instead, have to kick the ball away now. Solomon, the quarterback, doubles as the punter. Bayless is back to return this punt high and deep, and it will go the other way. Oh, no return there at all as Rob Opal trying to make something happen, but he gets smacked down immediately. Nice coverage on that play by junior Mike Stanley. So Beth Center will take over at the 22-yard line, their first possession of the evening. 9 minutes, 48 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And Beth Center now breaks out of the huddle. Let's see what they try here on first down. Going with the single setback. Now again, they have the two backs, and here comes Mike Morgan on first down. He'll pick up a few yards.
Stopped by Justin Samuel.
Morgan is a sophomore. And he gets the starting nod here at the tailback position and gets 3 yards on first down. Mike Morgan has carried the ball 24 times for 148 yards this year, so he's averaging just over 6 yards a pop. And he gets the first carry. Hilverding, of course, the leading rusher for Beth Center with 352 yards coming into the game. And now we get the dive play, and Mike Higginbotham on the carry, but he'll get just 1.
Mike Higginbotham. Stopped by David
So it will be
Jackson.
3rd down and 6 now.
And Mark
Ball
Batterley.
spotted at the 26. They need to get up to the 32.
3rd down and 6.
Now we get the single set back. Higginbotham. Slot right formation. And back to pass. Looking and incomplete.
Pass.
Tried to hit Morgan in the right flat,
Morgan's incomplete.
but didn't work.
4th down.
So they're going to have to throw it, or they're going to have to punt it away now. 4th down.
Carson Thomas.
They've struggled in the air this year. Garrett Bayless
Samuel beat.
throwing that pass. You just saw incomplete. He's only 14 for 38 on the year, only 165 yards passing on the season. Now the punt by Vic Lapkowitz. That's a nice punt. A lot of distance and near the sideline. And now it's going to be picked up and trying to make the return, but cannot get around. Carson Thomas could not get around Mike Morgan. Nice tackle, and Brownsville will take over at the 23-yard line. 8:28 left in the first quarter. Scoreless, neither team able to do damage on their opening possession. Brownsville does pick up 1 first down. Beth Center goes 3 and out. Now the Falcons get their second possession. Again, you look at Beth Center, not a lot of offense this year. They're only 165 yards passing on the season from their quarterback, their leading rusher. Only 352 yards. We're in the 8th game of the season, folks. That tells you the trouble they've had offensively. Brownsville has had a bit more success offensively, and mainly by that young man right there, Justin Samuel. Doesn't get much on that carry, and some laundry on the field. Let's get the signal here from the officials. We're going to get a face mask call against Beth Center. So Samuel was held for no gain, but now we're going to move the ball 5 yards. Not a personal foul face mask.
5-yard penalty.
It is first down, though. Not 1st and 10, though, which is actually good for Brownsville because it's 1st and 5. Now a fumble on the snap. Solomon falls on it.
Fumble. Covered by the Falcons.
He'll lose a yard. So 2nd down and 6 now at the 27. That face mask was not a personal foul face mask. Had it been, it would have been an automatic first down for Brownsville. Just the garden variety 5-yarder, so not a first down, not a 1st and 10 for Brownsville, but it was actually better for them because it set up a 1st and 5. So now it's 2nd and 6. And the give to Samuel straight up the middle. Not going to happen. Stacked up near the line. Jeff Narchis makes the tackle after a 1-yard gain. And going rough early on for Samuel, who's carried the ball 4 times for -2 yards. Keep in mind, though, he lost 9 on a play that wasn't his fault, a bad pitch. Well, actually, no, check that. It wasn't really a bad pitch. He mishandled the pitch, but at any rate, never really had the football, fell on it, but lost 9 on the play. Now we get 3rd and long, and they're going to pitch it. Here's Patterson again. This worked a few plays ago. It will work again for a Brownsville. First down. Wait a minute, loose ball. Picked up. That ball's still alive. Falcons may score. They will. A fumble picked up and run in to the end zone by David Jackson. How about that play? Doug Patterson had the first down, dropped the football between the 40 and 45. Ball squirted loose, and David Jackson, a tight end for the Falcons, just picked it up and never stopped running. Outran the Bulldogs. Bit of a lucky play, but it counts for 6 on the scoreboard. How about that? Well, the extra point attempt is up and through. Freshman Ian Glumack converts the touchdown. And with 6 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the first period, the Brownsville Falcons, off of an amazing play, a run and a fumble return that combined for 73 yards. And they take a 7-0 lead over Beth Center. We'll be back with more action here at HSTV Sports right after this. Welcome back. Chuck Durso with you here in Republic, Pennsylvania, home of the Brownsville Falcons, hosting the Beth Center Bulldogs, and Brownsville has jumped out to a 7-0 lead on a pretty incredible play as Doug Patterson fumbling after he had picked up good yardage on a run. Then David Jackson just picks up the fumble and rambles for the score. 73 yards combined. Now Mike Morgan will return the kick for Beth Center up near the 30. I'm really not sure exactly at what spot the ball was fumbled and picked up by Jackson, so I can't give you a yardage total there on Jackson's fumble recovery and run.
29.
We'll have to maybe see if we can get that at halftime for you, since the statisticians are down on the first floor in the press box, and we're up on the second floor in the press box, so we'll have to catch up on that later. But boy, that was some kind of play. And now some miscommunication, and Garrett Bayless will have to use a timeout. My oh my. Beth Center uses their first timeout. Brownsville has already burned one here in the first period. Again, Patterson on the pitch around the left end, picked up good yardage, had the first down. Just as he was going down, the ball squirted loose. Give David Jackson a lot of credit. Pounced on it immediately and just took off down the sideline. I think before Beth Center quite realized that there had even been a fumble. He got a bit of a head start on the Bulldog defense, and nobody was going to catch him from behind. The senior tight end just headed down the far sideline and scored. Again, a 73-yard play all told. Now Beth Center has to try to answer that. Higginbotham, the lone setback on this 1st and 10 play, as we're ready to resume action now. He'll take the pitch. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, as he will lose yardage. Justin Sammel stepping up and making the tackle, and actually Higginbotham is able to get back to the line. 2nd down and 10. Beth Center struggling offensively, and you kind of expect that they would. Morgan split wide to the top. Falcone to the near side. Higginbotham the single setback. Now quick pass up the middle and just a little low, trying to hit the tight end, but unable to connect on that play. Jordan Sweeney was the intended receiver. Just a bit low from Bayless. Now 3rd down and 10. 6:09 left in the first period. Brownsville up by an early touchdown. And now Beth Center in a difficult situation where they don't want to be, and that's an obvious passing down. Again, Morgan to the top, Falcone at the bottom of your screen. Back to pass. Rolling to his right. He's looking into the flat. That pass is bobbled and caught. It will be well short of the first down. Rob Opel makes the grab. Popped it up into the air and caught it on the second try, but that'll be well short of the first down. He'll pick up 5. Fourth down, and Beth Center will have to punt it away. First completed pass of the evening. Now we'll get the punt. Vic Lapkowitz had a very nice punt the first time. Samuel and Thomas back to return this kick. This one a low liner. Going to hit it around the 38. Takes a Beth Center roll. And, well, Samuel will return the punt. And he has some room. He was very close to the sideline. I mean, very close to the sideline. Ed Woods and the Beth Center coaching staff thinks that he did step out of bounds, but the officials deciding otherwise. Ball would have been back around the 22. Instead, Brownsville will get the ball at the 36 on a nice return by Samuel. 5:16 remaining in the first period. Brownsville by 7. Looked like Beth Center was going to pin the Falcons back. But a good effort by Samuel. Nice return. Got that just before the ball went out of bounds. Now 1st and 10 for the Falcons. There's Samuel in motion, and he takes the handoff around left end. He'll get about 4. The play looked like it might go for a little more there at first, but a nice tackle made on that play by J.D. McCarty. So Samuel gets 4. 2nd down and 6. Solomon running over to the sideline to get the play call, and then sprints to the huddle to relay it to the rest of the troops. And now we're ready for this 2nd down play. Back to pass now. Now Solomon going to scramble. He'll pick up a couple. Well, I tell you, I thought Doug Patterson may have headed upfield a little too early there. Patterson was going in motion. Looked like he may have headed upfield, but apparently not. Nothing called. Solomon gets a couple. Get 3rd down now and 4. The ball spotted at the 42. They need to get to around the 46. I'm guessing, quite frankly, on some of these yardage situations here, since we don't have the hash mark, don't have the yardage lines painted down there at the hash marks, but looks like about a 3rd and 4. Now Solomon on a keeper, and he will get the first down up near midfield. And the Falcons will move the chains. Morgan and Bayless combine on the tackle right at the midfield stripe. 8-yard gain for Solomon. 3 minutes, 48 seconds remaining here in the first period. Mike Piccolomini comes in from the sideline to bring the play in. And he'll set up as the tight end on the left side, double tight end offense. Full house backfield for the Falcons. Running set, and they will give the ball to the fullback, but not much happening there. Jason Wilson hit and dropped after a 1-yard gain. Ratisa on the tackle. Don Bartolomucci shuttling the plays in through his receivers. It's now Todd Settles comes back in. 2nd down and 9. Again, 3 running backs. Oh, fired out a little too soon. That will be a legal procedure against the Falcons as Ian Oleski headed out just a bit early. Well, it's tough being an offensive lineman because you only get mentioned when you make a penalty. That's not fair. Got to mention those offensive linemen when good stuff happens too. Speaking of which, we want to apologize. We feel so bad. Last week's Uniontown Dairy game, we tried to give the offensive linemen their props, and unfortunately didn't quite work out. Now back to pass, looking deep, over the middle, and caught! Patterson And a big gain for the Falcons ahead to the 30-yard line.
First down.
That's a 24-yard gain. First completed pass of the night for Solomon. And a 1st and 10 for the Falcons as Patterson makes the grab. His 16th reception on the season. He has 248 yards, or had 248 yards receiving coming into the game. 1st and 10 for the Falcons with the lead and the ball, and on the move. Now Patterson and Wilson both come wide to the right. Single setback is Samuel, fumbled snap again. And I'm not sure that Solomon got this one back. Apparently he did. Apparently he did. Boy, for a moment it looked like Larry DiBiaso was going to get it. We're going to lose 2. And we do our post-game interviews, of course, with players after the game. And last week for that Uniontown Dairy game, Kevin McLeod over 300 yards rushing, and that offensive line just blowing open holes. We interviewed the entire starting offensive line after the game. And I know a lot of the parents and certainly the players themselves are looking forward to seeing that interview. Now we got some confusion. Patterson set up on the wrong side. He has to go across the field. Option play. Solomon will keep it across the 30. Pointing out to Wilson. Hey, block that guy. And a 1st down for the Falcons. Wilson in front of Solomon. Bayless, defensive back, and Solomon was just pointing. Hey, block him. 14-yard gain. Anyway, as you noticed as you watched the game last week, you'll notice that the interview did not air, and quite frankly, we just had technical difficulties as a timeout has been called by Beth Center. Their 2nd timeout used here in the first half, so they have just one left. 1 minute, 25 seconds remaining here in the first period. Brownsville with the 7-0 lead. Yeah, unfortunately, we just had some technical problems with the video, or actually the audio portion. The video portion was fine, but we didn't have any audio on that interview, and that's why we were unable to air that. And believe me, we feel as bad about it as anybody, because those offensive linemen just work in obscurity so often that we wanted to give them a little attention. Harry Kaufman, Jason Carter, all the rest of them. It was actually a very entertaining interview, too, because they were having a good time after that game. It was a lot of fun. We were looking forward to bringing it to you. But again, for those who wanted to see that and wondered why it didn't air, that's the obvious explanation. Simple as that. Not that we didn't want to air it. We just had that old bugaboo technical difficulties, so we apologize for that. Now we're back to action. Straight up the middle, Wilson. Good yardage across the 15. Wilson bullying ahead through the Bulldogs up to about the 12. Looks like a 7-yard gain. Ortiza on the tackle. 2nd down and 3.
It'll be 2nd down.
Well, no surprises so far tonight. We expected the Falcons to control this game, and certainly in the first period they have. We're now in the final minute of quarter number 1, and it has indeed been a Falcon quarter.
Yeah, but he's quick, man. He got a spotter.
Single setback is Wilson. Samuel in the right slot, Patterson left slot. He's in motion. Fake. Now the pitch to Wilson. And he will get near the 1st down, but nicely defended. Aaron Falcone didn't make the tackle, but he was able to disrupt that play enough. Hold it to a 2-yard gain. 3rd down and 1. Higginbotham made the tackle, but give Falcone some credit there as well. Little misdirection by Brownsville as Patterson came in motion. They faked to Patterson. Quick pitch over to Wilson. Nicely designed play, but again, give the Bulldog defense some credit. Looked for a moment like that one might have touchdown written all over it. Now 3rd down and 1. Power set, but back to pass is Solomon now. Now he's looking to run. Quick pass over to Wilson in the flat for the 1st down. Out of bounds at the 6-yard line. And the final play of the first period is a Brownsville 1st down that will set up a 1st and goal. Brownsville at the 6-yard line, and that's where they will be as we head on down to the other end of the field. We'll get ready to start the second quarter in a moment. After 1 quarter of play, your score. The Brownsville Falcons 7, the Beth Center Bulldogs nothing.
Are you receiving workers' compensation? Did you know you can obtain a lump sum settlement? Call one of the hometown professionals at Davis & Davis for a free consultation. Davis & Davis, a team of professionals working for you.
Welcome back. Chuck Durso with you here on Herald Standard Television as we get ready to start the second period of play. Brownsville leading after 1 quarter 7-0, and they are driving deep in the red zone. First and goal at the 6-yard line to start things off. A 4-yard pass completion converting a 3rd and 1 as Solomon hit Wilson out of the backfield. And now, here comes the first and goal play. Patterson in the backfield, but it will be Samuel, and he is stacked up at the line. First contact made by J.T. Stasia. Looks like a no gain for Samuel. Well, Beth Center's done a good job stacking up Samuel. Came in with over 600 yards rushing, and right now still in single digits. Brownsville's found plenty of other weapons. And, of course, a bit of a break on that fumble recovery offensively that they turned into a long touchdown play. Now, second and goal from the 6. Single setback is Samuel. Option play. Oh, nowhere to go, and the ball comes loose. And the Bulldogs, I believe, have recovered. Yes, indeed. Bulldog football, and I think it was Jeff Narchis who made the recovery. What a big defensive play. Trying the option, Solomon just had the ball stripped. Wow. How about that? Big break for the Bulldogs as Brownsville appeared for all intents and purposes about to extend their lead. Now Beth Center needs to get a first down or two and get a little field position. Quick hitter up the middle. And Higginbotham will pick up decent yardage on first down up near the 10. Going to spot that ball just across the 10-yard line, so a 4-yard gain for Higginbotham. Second down along 6. 10:50 on a turning clock. Beth Center now comes up to the line. Can they take advantage? A little momentum now for the blue and gold. Let's see what they can do with that. Running play. This is going nowhere. That ball came loose, but I think the officials are going to say that the whistle blew. No fumble. It's Higginbotham again. This time he's going to lose yardage. So we'll have third down and long now. That ball's going to be put all the way back to the 8, so a 3-yard loss. Now we're looking at third down and 9. They need to get up to the 17. Be careful here. Passing situation, but deep in their own territory. Got to watch out. They just got the turnover. They don't want to give it back. If they have to punt it out, they'll punt it out. Are going to pass on third down. Up the middle, incomplete. And near the first down. It's going to be very close. Jordan Sweeney makes the catch right over the middle, and they are right at the sticks. May have to take a look at this one. Well, Bayless is now connected on 2 straight passes. He's 2 for 4. Question, was this good enough? Now they're just going to signal the first down. No need to measure. They needed 9, they get 9. Sweeney makes the reception. I could be mistaken, but I think that may be his first reception of the season. I believe it may be. Now on first down. Handoff deep in the backfield, breaking a tackle. Good effort to pick up a yard or two as Rob Opel appeared to be stopped in the backfield. Polachek makes the stop, but Opel at least able to get back to the line of scrimmage and then even picks up a yard. Second down and 9. 9 minutes and 12 seconds left in the first period. Beth Center down by a score. But they picked up a first down just a couple of plays ago. That was their first down. They did not get a first down in the first period. So that's a start. Now on second down, straight drop back. Slant route, overthrown. Tried to hit Falcone. Bayless a little too strong.
Aaron Falcon, incomplete. It'll be third down.
Jeff Pelahak was on the coverage along with Zach Krause. Now it will be third down and 9. They need to get to the 27. Morgan and Falcone both split wide to the near side. Straight drop back. Again, the slant route. Tried to hit Morgan and just led him a little too much. Krause coming from the safety position looking to deliver the hit. Morgan got a hand on it. Couldn't pull it down, and Beth Center will have to punt the ball away. They do at least get one first down, though. That'll help from a field position standpoint, but still, the Falcons look to get very good field position on this punt, as long as they handle it well. Carson Thomas, Justin Samuel are the deep backs. They're both right around the 50. Actually, Thomas stepping back to the 45, and he'll take this punt on the run right near the sideline at about the 44. And that's where the Falcons will take over at their own 44 with 8 minutes and 42 seconds remaining here in the first half. Brownsville leads at 7-0. And they'll have good field position to start off this possession. They've had good field position most of the evening. Beth Center dodged a bullet, though. Brownsville getting all the way down to the 6 last possession before fumbling. Now the Falcons will see if they can reestablish something offensively as they come up to the line on first down. Samuel. Decent yardage off right tackle. Get up across the 45, up near the 48. 4-yard gain for Samuel, second down and 6. Again, Brownsville needs to win tonight and then defeat Waynesburg next week. That will be a tall order. If they can do that and Seton LaSalle loses both of their final 2 games, Brownsville sneaks into the playoffs as the 4th place team out of the interstate. Odds are stacked against them, but they're still alive. That's the main thing. Now on second down, here's Samuel. Tries to turn on the speed, but only able to get a couple up near midfield. Opel on the tackle there. Ball will be spotted right at the 50, just touching the 50-yard line, so a 2-yard gain. Third down and 4. Beth Center would love to get a 3 and out. They have not been able to defensively get a 3 and out yet tonight. Love to get that ball right back. Brownsville's been very effective at converting third downs. And now, here comes Samuel, but he won't convert this one. He'll get a couple, but not nearly enough. And Brownsville is going to have to punt it away. This will be the second Brownsville punt of the evening. We assume. Solomon to punt. Bayless and Opel go back for Beth Center. Solomon puts the boot into it. There's a line drive. Bayless on the run. Comes across the 30 and is smacked down right there. Big collision there. Mike Stanley makes the tackle in Beth Center with 6:59 remaining in the first period. We'll open this possession at the 31. Well, give the Bulldogs some credit. Heavy underdogs. Pardon the pun. Coming into this game, but I'll tell you what, they've They've withstood the opening onslaught of the Falcons, and they're right in this ball game right now, building a little bit of momentum. They're right here. Now give to the tailback, and that's Opal, I believe, on the carry. Not much yardage. Pick up about a yard. And that's all, so 2nd down and 9. Falcone now splits wide to the top. Morgan on the near side. Opal single setback, slot left formation. That's Higginbotham in the slot. The pitch to Opal. Tries to use his speed and gets some room around the left end. That was a race to the corner, and Opal won that race and gets good yardage. That'll set up a 3rd and short. Well, not short. Let's check that. But actually didn't get as much yardage as I thought he got. He stepped out of bounds at the 35, so that was only a 3-yard gain. So it's 3rd down and 6. Well, I thought he got more than that over on the far side. Single setback, passing formation, and Bayless now rolling. Looking to pass. No, he's going to try to run, and he'll never get there. He will lose yardage as he is sacked in the backfield.
Yes, Bayless brought down by Sal Polachek.
Sal Polachek makes that tackle.
It'll be 4th down.
Polachek, 5'11" senior. 4-yard loss for Bayless.
Carson Thomas deep.
That was his first rush of the night, and now Beth Center will have to kick it away again. Just been unable to get any kind of offense going at all. Now there is the punt by Lapkowitz. It will bounce. Take a little bit of a Beth Center roll. Morgan will down it at the 32, and that's where the Falcons will take over with 5 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in the first half. The score is Brownsville 7, Beth Center nothing. We'll be back with more action right after this on HSTV Sports.
For decades, Fayette Tire has been the trusted name for all your tire needs. But did you know that Fayette Tire also offers an extensive service program, including brakes, inspections, oil changes, and road hazard coverage? Of course, Fayette Tire still has one of the area's largest selection of tires to choose from, including Michelin tires, BF Goodrich radials, and the Uniroyal brand. Fayette Tire has the fastest tire change around to get you back on the road fast. Great Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal tires, plus the service you trust, Fayette Tire.
It's up to you. I don't care. Back to action, the first down play, and a completed pass for a Falcon first down. As Solomon steps back and hits Todd Settles. That's his first reception of the night. Nice pass by Solomon. Quick drop back and fired that one on the far sideline. Ball spotted at the 45. That's a 13-yard gain. Solomon now 3 for 6. He has 41 yards passing on the evening. 5:09 on a turning clock. Falcons with the lead and the football. Again, Beth Center has been able to keep it close. The Falcons have dominated most of the play, but that has not been reflected yet on the scoreboard. Again to pass. Can he get it away? No, he will be sacked for a big loss. Behind the line, Jordan Sweeney just blew that play up. Bulldog sack all the way back to the 37-yard line. That's an 8-yard loss. Jordan Sweeney looked to be untouched. I don't know if a blocking assignment was missed or just what happened there, but he just came through free. Middle linebacker and just blitzed right through. Now it's a passing situation, 2nd and long. Sideline completed pass. Settles again into Beth Center territory, and that will set up a 3rd and 3 as the ball is spotted at the 48-yard line. That's a 15-yard gain.
It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Todd Settles coming into the game with 14 receptions, good for 212 yards, and 3 touchdowns. That is his 16th catch of the year, which is the same total that Doug Patterson has. They lead the Falcons in receptions. Now, 3rd and 3. What do you do? Run? Do you pass? They're going to pass. And looking deep for, just over the outstretched arms of Doug Patterson. Aaron Falcone on the coverage. And now we'll have a 4th down and 3. And with 3:27 left, if you're Coach Bart, you just might want to think about going for this one. The fact that Beth Center has done nothing offensively all night long, I wouldn't be worried about possibly giving them the football right here. I think I go for it. And I think they're going to go for it. I think that's the right call. You don't fear the Bulldog offense from what they've shown tonight, so take a shot late in the first half. They're going to run for it on the option play. Solomon will keep it, and he has the first down. And he steps around the tackler and picks up additional yardage inside the Beth Center 35. Batista makes the tackle, but not before Solomon picks up about 15 yards or so. Going to spot that at the 34, so a 14-yard gain. 1st and 10 for the Falcons, 3:20 remaining, and Beth Center wants to use up their 3rd and final timeout. So while there's a timeout on the field, we'll take a timeout as well. 3:20 remaining in the first half. The score, Brownsville 7, Beth Center nothing. We'll be right back.
For almost 25 years, Davis & Davis has been providing legal help for local people involved in accidents, trip and fall, defective products, drunk driving victims. Get the help you need at Davis & Davis, a team of professionals working for you.
Ready to resume action after the timeout as the Beth Center coaching staff sprints off the field. Brownsville's ready to rock and roll. They're already up to the line. The official has not blown the whistle yet to start play. Now he does. 1st down and 10. Dive play, breaking a tackle and struggling forward for a decent yardage. Patterson gets good yardage on 1st down, up across the 30. 28-yard line, 6-yard gain for Patterson.
And 5.
Patterson has 45 rushes for 263 yards on the season in addition to his 16 catches. That's his 2nd rush tonight. He's picked up 12 yards. Now 2nd down, under pressure. He's hit as he throws. Wide open. And that will be a Brownsville touchdown. Todd Settles. 28 yards. Give Solomon some credit as he was under pressure. He was absolutely leveled as he got that ball away. Falcone allowing Settles to get behind him. Caught the ball and stepped into the end zone. A 28-yard Falcon touchdown. That was Settles' 4th touchdown reception of the season. The extra point attempt is up and through by Glumac. And Brownsville has extended their lead. It is now 14-0 with 2:39 remaining here in the first half. Well, we told you a balanced offense, and that's indeed what we've seen. Although, well, actually, I'm going to check that. It really hasn't been a balanced offense so far tonight. It's been mainly through the air. And Brownsville's done their damage. Dan Solomon is 5 for 9 for 84 yards and the touchdown here in the first half. And his big target has been Todd Settles, who has 3 receptions for 56 yards. And again, that was his 4th touchdown reception on the season.
Ian Glumac will kick off.
His 4th touchdown on the season as well. They've all come on touchdown catches.
Number 26, Mike Morgan, deep for the Bulldogs.
They haven't done much running. Samuel's been held to 10 yards. Wilson also 10. Actually, Solomon's been the leading rusher with the 26. But they've been very effective throwing the ball. They didn't get that 2nd touchdown early in the quarter, but they pick one up late. It's now 14-0 Falcons. It's now Beth Center with 2:39 left. Time to try to do something offensively, but they've been unable to do that throughout the first half. Now the kickoff will be taken on one hop by Morgan. Bobbles it, picks it up, and just won't go anywhere. Mike Stanley makes the tackle.
Stopped by Mike Stanley. Bulldogs take over, 1st and 10.
That sounded like a baseball call there. Mike Morgan tackled by Mike Stanley. That sounded like an old Boston Battery comment. Did Mike Morgan ever pitch for the Red Sox back when Mike Stanley caught there? I don't know. Mike Morgan's pitched for everybody else. Anyway, Beth Center will take over now at the 17-yard line. Straight drop back, Bayless under pressure. Now he'll tuck it under and run. Try to make something out of this play. He'll get about a yard. Not much more than that. Patterson made the tackle. Got some help from John Sobek. 1 yard gain for Bayless. Approaching the 2-minute mark remaining here in the first half. Bulldogs trailed by 14. Came out throwing on first down, but this is a tight formation, running formation on this play. And Opal will get the call up the middle. Bring it across the 20, up near the 24. Now if you're Brownsville, do you think about calling a timeout? They have 2 left. Call a timeout here and conserve some of that time, get the ball back. Yes, that is what Coach Bartolomucci wants to do, as he will use the second timeout of the half. Brownsville hoping to get the ball back and do something here late in the half. Beth Center will have to convert the 3rd down, otherwise Brownsville will get one more shot. We'll see if they can do something with it when we return. It's Brownsville 14, Beth Center nothing. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Chuck Durso with you here in Republic. The Falcons leading 14-0 over Beth Center. Bulldogs with the football at their own 24. Right now they have a 3rd and 4. They need to convert this first down just so they can run out the clock for the half and prevent Brownsville from getting the ball back. Now if they were to get a big play, then maybe they could think about scoring, but right now they're just trying to keep the Falcons from regaining possession. And they will run for it. Not going to get it. Opal will be stopped well short of the first down, and the Falcons will now use their final timeout with 1:23 left. No gain for Opal. And now Brownsville will get the ball with over a minute left and probably will come out of this with pretty decent field position. So the Falcons will indeed have a chance to add to their 14-point lead. Beth Center's just been unable to get any kind of offense going at all this evening. Only 1 first down so far tonight. Brownsville has been able to move the ball effectively, primarily with their passing game. They've been forced to punt twice. They also fumbled once inside Beth Center's 10-yard line. So not a perfect half by any means for the Falcons, but it's been good enough to put them up by 14. And again, with the way their passing game is clicking tonight, plenty of time for them to maybe get into at least field goal range here at the end of the half. Now Lapkowitz angling one towards the sideline, and it will go out of bounds before Patterson could get to it to return it. Brownsville will take over at their own 41. 1:17 remaining. Lots of time again for the Falcons. I'm not sure what kind of range young Ian Glumac has, but those 2 extra points that he's kicked, he's boomed with room to spare. Okay, first down. See what they can do. Back to pass. Solomon looking to his right. Far sideline. Just a little too tall for Patterson. Had him open up near midfield.
Solomon's pass intended for Dougie Patterson is incomplete. It'll be second down.
Incomplete, though. Bayless, Morgan on the coverage. Patterson did have some room, though. Glumac has one field goal on the season. Well, again, I'm not sure just how far Brownsville would have to get. Now they have trips to the right. Samuel, the single setback. Back to pass, stumbling. Now he's going to fire one deep over the middle, and a man has a step. Oh, just out of the reach of Mike Piclamini. Just that close to another Brownsville 6. Nice throw by Solomon, who slipped. Was able to regain his footing, regained his composure as well, and delivered a nice one. It was just a couple of inches too strong for Piclamini, who got his fingernails on it, but that was about it. Now again, trips to the far side. Third down, back to pass again. Again looking deep. And this one will be caught. No, did he hang on? No. Dropped along the far sideline by Mike Stanley. Stanley made a nice adjustment on that pass. Had to slow down for it. Played the ball very well, but then couldn't hang on. May have been concerned about keeping the feet in bounds, but at any rate, boy, suddenly we talked about Brownsville having time, and now 3 straight incompletions, and there's still 56 seconds left here in the first half. Now suddenly Beth Center may have some time. Solomon with the punt. High and short. And the ball will hit at about the 31, 32 and go straight out of bounds there. I'll tell you what, Falcone was coming back downfield trying to block with his back to the punt. Almost hit him, which could have been a big break for Brownsville. Now Beth Center, what do you do with 49 seconds left? Down by 14. You almost need to try to see if you can put some points on the board, but they've struggled so much offensively. The odds of them going 69 yards are pretty slim, and you don't want to turn the ball over now. So do you play it safe and run out the clock? Or do you take a shot at, oops, well, whatever they did there, that wasn't what they meant to do. And now Bayless will try to make something happen. Did the ball come loose? No, I believe it didn't. I think Bayless went the wrong way there. He went left. Everybody else went right.
It'll be second down.
Bayless able to get a couple out of it. Brownsville out of timeouts. Again, they used them defensively to get the ball back. So now Beth Center can run one more play and then head to the locker room. 12 seconds remaining. Dive play straight ahead. Morgan, pretty decent yardage. Actually, that will stop the clock with 6 seconds left because he gets the first down up near the 45.
Mike Morgan.
12-yard gain for Morgan.
By Lamar Thompson and Zach Krause.
Beth Center could run one more play if they wanted to. They don't have any timeouts left, though, and they're still in the huddle. So as soon as they start this clock, there's no way the Bulldogs are going to get up to the line and get the snap off in time. 2-1, and there's the buzzer. We're getting close to basketball season. That
And the Bulldogs, nothing.
reminded me of a basketball game there with a buzzer to end the half. And after one half of play, it has been a Falcon half. The score at the half, the Brownsville Falcons 14. The Beth Center Bulldogs, nothing. Back with our halftime program right after this.
If you've been injured at work, you need to protect your rights. Don't settle for less than what you deserve. Call the hometown attorneys at Davis & Davis for a free consultation. Davis & Davis, a team of professionals working for you.
For almost 4 decades, Fayette Tire has been the trusted name for all your tire needs. But did you know that Fayette Tire also offers an extensive service program, including brakes, inspections, oil changes, and road hazard coverage? Of course, Fayette Tire still has one of the area's largest selection of tires to choose from, including Michelin tires, BF Goodrich radials, and the Uniroyal brand. Fayette Tire has the fastest tire change around to get you back on the road fast. Great Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal tires, plus the service you trust, Fayette Tire.
Dr. Casey Hutt. Tonight we are going on a journey back to the 70s. We will begin this evening's show with our Silks and Majorettes joining together to entertain you with the rock classic, American Woman. Silk captain is Ashley Knizna and head majorette is Melissa McCloskey. Let's get grungy with our next selection as we feature our percussion section in the Iron Butterfly Rock Hit, Inagata Davida.
Welcome back. It's halftime. Brownsville leading Beth Center 14-0 after one half of play. Half dominated by the Falcons, as we pretty much expected for tonight's game. Beth Center has struggled offensively with only one first down. The Falcons, a little bit of luck on that fumble recovery for a touchdown, and a whole lot of skill, especially that long touchdown pass from Solomon to Settles. We thought Brownsville would have their way tonight. They're fighting for a playoff berth, and so far, one half into tonight's action, it has gone as expected. What perhaps is not as expected is who you're seeing right here next to me. This is Joseph Hogue, who's here at the game as a spectator.
Yeah, as a spectator.
Are you allowed to do that?
You know, this may be the first. I told somebody this may be the first time in 30 years of going to high school football that I cannot lose tonight, Chuck.
You have ties to both, right?
Yeah, ties to both.
How many dirty looks have you gotten here for the first half? I've
got a few. I've got a few from the Brownsville people, but you know what? You gotta tell people it's who pays the bills, and right now the loyalties are split, and that's why I didn't want to do the ball game, because a lot of the kids from Brownsville I've had somewhere along the line, and in my heart, still alma mater. You still bleed black and gold when you cut me, but it's starting to turn a little bit blue.
Absolutely. Of course, Joe, as many of you are aware, of course, coaching in the Brownsville basketball program a few years back, and has been named the new head coach for the Beth Center boys program. And season just about ready to get started, I guess, huh?
Yeah, we had a little bit of a rough summer because the kids didn't know who the head coach was yet. But since we started lifting in September, we've had an average of 16 kids in the weight room. So we're real happy with the way things have picked up since September. We got a great group of kids. We may not be the most skilled group of kids, but tell you what, they've come out and they've busted their rear end for us, and some things, I guess, some good positive things. So, we know coming up, it's going to be a tough one for us, we think, coming up, because we're going to play predominantly sophomore, freshman lineup. We have a couple we only got 3 seniors, honestly, that have come out, and only 2 were from the season last year. So, yeah, Eric, I will probably be back for the playoffs. You think, but the kids don't believe so. And but they're working hard right now. We're real happy. Me and the coach staff are where we're at right now.
And, of course, Beth Center, and help me out here, Joe. I get all these numbers mixed up. They compete in AA and Section 3?
We're Section 5 AA. Okay. We're in with Shar, Houston, Burgettstown, Charleroi, Bentworth, Wash-High, and Carmichael. So it's a pretty competitive basketball section. Wash-High and Carmichael is probably the best 2 teams. But with the kids we got, athletically, we think we're as good as most people. We think we're as good in our section athletically, with the exception of Carmichael's and Wash-High, where we think we're going to struggle early in the year is basketball-wise.
So those look to be the 2
I think without a doubt, I think Wash-High is. We're hoping. We have Wash-High 3rd section game 1 day after the state, 2 days after the state football playoff championship. So Coach Faust and Coach Wanakava, let's keep them Prexies rolling, baby. We want to see them in a state title game if we can. We'll take them wherever they want them to.
You want a lot of sore bodies. For
but we think all coaches believe. We think 3rd place is not out of the realm of possibilities if things fall our way. But we know it's going to be a tough task. We would like to win. If we can go 500, we consider it a great success.
And, of course, the big question as we head into the season, obviously how well you're able to compete in the section is a big question, but the other big question is when you play Carmichael's, who will be the better dressed coach?
There's no doubt, Coach Williams, I'm breaking the suit out that night. As you
Blue and gold?
Yeah, you know what? I've dropped about 15 pounds, and that's the only reason I dropped the 15 pounds is because I'm coming to Carmichael's to wear a suit. But
do you have a gold tie or a blue tie?
I got a blue one right now. We're going to sport a little gold, but it's really I'm excited. This is what I've wanted to do. The first time around at Brownsville, my brother did a great job. I learned a lot from him. But I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready. You know what they always tell you, when you go 10 feet to that seat, it becomes a little bit different. But I'm excited. I really am. I can't wait for the season to start. We just, it's something I've wanted to do since I've been, since I've started coaching in junior high. And I guess you have to find out if you're up to the task. And so we're going to find out real quick.
When's first practice? When's first game?
Opening day. First day of practice is November 12th. We open up at November 30th and December 1st at Fort Cherry against in the Fort Cherry tip-off tournament. And then our first section game is against, of all people, Chartiers Houston, where I coached last year. So it's going to be interesting.
And of course, I'm sure that we're going to see the Beth Center team at some point. We haven't made up our basketball schedule yet for this year.
We got Carmichael's twice, Sagaival twice, and Jefferson Morgan twice. And if Eric wants me to do my other job, he's going to have to tape the Bulldog games. But we're real happy with what's going on here tonight. Brownsville's winning, Beth Center's hanging tough. It's a good evening for me so far.
And indeed, we look forward to following, of course, Beth Center and all the rest of the area schools. The basketball season right around the corner. We'll be bringing you basketball action here on Herald Standard Television Sports as well. But tonight it's football, and it is Brownsville leading Beth Center 14-0.
Hey, do you think people are going to wonder why I'm not in Perryopolis?
You are in Perryopolis.
Okay.
You're there.
Where did they see that pregame?
You're there.
We were right outside Commodore Stadium when we did that today, right? But I think that's going to be a good ball game. I really do. I think Fraser Gobble's going to be a great football game.
Okay, we'll find out. It's going to be an interesting game. It should be a close game, and of course we'll all know by the time this airs. Am I doing a scoreboard show by myself tonight?
Yeah, I'm taking tonight off.
Oh, okay. I just wasn't sure about that.
Yeah, you're on your own tonight. No call-in.
We'll see. We will see you then. Well, I guess as people are watching this, I should say we will see you this Friday.
Yeah, we'll see you this
Friday.
For
our season finale edition of the Scoreboard Show.
Yeah, and I think our game's next week. We need to find out. Somebody told me Youngstown, Ursuline, Uniontown was canceled.
Well, this is up in the air. We're not sure yet. So
okay, and our other game's Mapletown, California, right? Okay.
Yeah, Mapletown, California, which could have, depending on what happens tonight, could be a playoff spot on the line in that game, unless Mapletown beats Jefferson Morgan tonight, in which case then it's all over. And then you're just playing for positioning. But at any rate, I'll see you next Friday for that scoreboard show, so make sure you tune in Friday night for the Herald Standard Davis & Davis High School Football Scoreboard program, and make sure you stay tuned for the second half of tonight's action. Again, it's 14-0 Brownsville, back with the second half kickoff right after this.
Are you ready for some football?
If you're a high school football fan, make sure you reach for the end zone every Sunday in the Herald Standard. Get a comprehensive look at the local high school football scores each Sunday in the Herald Standard. The end zone is a special section dedicated to high school football scores, stats, stories, and photos. The end zone has everything you need to keep updated on the latest games of all your favorite high school football teams. So get into the zone, the Herald Standard end zone, every Sunday from your local sports leader, the Herald Standard.
I'll see you in the end zone.
Okay.
It'll be second down and 7.
We're underway now in the second half. Second play from scrimmage, Beth Center picking up 4 yards on first down. Higginbotham with the run. Oh, nothing there on second down at all. As Morgan is absolutely smacked down by David Jackson. Jackson had a big play in the first half when he scored Brownsville's first touchdown, recovering a fumble by Doug Patterson, a combined 73-yard play early in the game on the second possession. That gave Brownsville a 7-0 lead, then a 28-yard touchdown pass with 2.5 minutes left in the half from Dan Solomon to Todd Settles made it 14-0 Brownsville. And that's the score as we begin the second half. Now Beth Center with a 3rd and 6, but we're going to have to make it a 3rd and 11. We'll get an illegal procedure by Larry DiBiaso.
False start on the offense, penalized 5 yards.
Larry DiBiaso, DiBiaso. We'll get it on the 3rd try. Sorry, Larry. Larry probably just assumed I didn't get it right. Ball at the 34. They need to get up to the 45. Beth Center only 1 first down in the entire first half. And now they face a passing situation here. Instead, they'll run the option. There's the pitch to Morgan. And now it's a race, but he will not get to the flag, or to the stick, I should say. He could have turned the corner. Might have had a shot, but Zach Krause says, no way, not going to happen. And Morgan is stopped at the 30, about 37 and a half, looks like. So Beth Center will have to kick it away.
Landon Williams.
Not much offense at all. Beth Center, Morgan returned the opening kickoff, by the way, to the 35, and then Higginbotham had the 4-yard run. And that's when we rejoined action. Now Jackson had to come off the field, appears to be shaken up as the officials call a timeout, so Jackson can head to the sideline. We'll hope the young man is all right and back in there soon. In the meantime, here comes the punt. Lapkowitz. They'll let it hit, and they'll let it roll.
Roll dead on the 20. Falcons take over, 1st and 10.
Brownsville will take over with pretty decent field position. Brandon Williams thought about trying to field that punt, but discretion the better part of valor. With a 14-0 lead, the Falcons will be happy just to have possession of the football, and they'll open up right at their 20. 9:42 remaining in the 3rd period. Falcons up by a pair of touchdowns. And now their first possession here in the second half. They come out in the full house backfield set. And a quick run up the middle, and good yardage on first down as Wilson will pick up about 9.
Stop was by Opal and Mike Morgan.
Wilson had 10 yards rushing in the first half on 3 carries. Came into the game with 111 yards on the season. Doesn't carry the ball very often. Has had some action here tonight. Now it's 2nd down and 1. Single setback is Samuel. He'll get the football and he'll get the first down as he's smacked at about the 31. But that will be enough for the first down. Good contact there by J.D. McCarty. Right there at the 31, but first down and 10 for the Falcons. Boy, Samuel struggled unofficially. We have him with 10 carries on the night and only 12 yards rushing. Samuel came in one of the leading rushers in the area with 613 yards, averaging 5 yards per rush coming into tonight, and tonight he's just over 1 yard per rush. Now the option. Samuel will get a chance here. Steps around the tackler and picks up a few up to the 35.
Stop work by Adam
Tackle is
Donosky.
made by Adam Vodosky, junior defensive tackle.
It'll be second
Makes the
down.
stop after a 4-yard gain. Second down and 6 with 8:24 on a turning clock. Solomon heads all the way over to the far sideline, gets the call, and now comes over to the huddle to share the information. Going to send 2 wide to the far side, and Miller slot left. Samuel is the single setback. He'll get the deep handoff, looking for room off left tackle, a little cut back, and picks up good yardage, about 5 yards.
Stop was by
For Samuel.
McCarty.
McCarty makes the tackle. Third down
It'll
and
be
1.
third down.
Samuel finding some room now the past couple of carries. That was a strong left formation, put everybody over on that side and let them all block for Justin. Third down and 1. Samuel now comes split to the near side. Wilson is the single setback. He gets the ball up the middle, breaks the tackle, and now he's into the open field. It's a foot race. He gets the block he needs, and that will be a Falcon touchdown. Falcone tried for the shoestring tackle, couldn't do it, and Jason Wilson goes 60 yards for the Brownsville school.
60 yards. Jason Wilson for the touchdown.
Well, that's the danger on those short yardage situations. If you can break through the line, sometimes you can get yourself a big play.
Dan Solomon holding.
And Wilson, we just mentioned, he had 111 yards on the season. Over half that total on 1 carry right there. Now the extra point kick, and this one will be wide to the right by Glumac.
Making the score.
So the conversion no good, but Brownsville extends their lead with their third touchdown of the evening, and with 7 minutes and 16 seconds remaining. Here in the third period of play, the score is Brownsville 20, Beth Center nothing. We'll be right back. Yeah. In 3, 2. Welcome back. Chuck Durso with you on Herald Standard Television. The Brownsville Falcons have just extended their lead to 20-0 over Beth Center on a 60-yard touchdown run by senior fullback Jason Wilson on a third down and 1. Busted through the line and outran the Beth Center defense. Aaron Falcone tried to catch him from behind and just couldn't quite reach him. Now here comes Rob Opel on the kick return. A little bit of a seam across the 20, stays on his feet, breaks the tackle. Now he's to the 40, and he'll be run out of bounds, smacked out of bounds. Boy, some nice contact there by Jeff Palahak. Ball out of bounds at about the 47 and a half yard line. But Beth Center, really for the first time tonight, will get some decent field position. Call it the 48. Good effort by Opel, breaking that tackle up near the 30, picking up another 18 yards. Beth Center has not been in Brownsville territory all night long. Now they're close. Higginbotham on the dive play, gets up near midfield. 2-yard gain. I'm going to qualify that statement. I don't think they've been in Brownsville territory tonight. I can't recall them getting over on the Falcons side of the field. In the entire first half, they had only 1 first down. So I don't think they've been in Brownsville territory. They need to make something happen offensively. Tight set here on 2nd and 8. There's a sprint. Couple of yards for the quarterback, Garrett Bayless. It was a designed run all the way. We'll pick up 2 to the Brownsville 48. It will be 3rd down. 6 yards to go from there.
Justin Samuel on the stop.
You get to about the 42 and a half, so it's a short 6. Beth Center has been able to convert only 1 third down play thus far tonight. Come up to the line. Again in a running formation with a full house backfield. 2 tight end offense. But Bayless is back to pass. Looking for the screen. That one never had a chance. Tried to hit Falcone on the screen, but it wasn't going anywhere anyway. Carson Thomas had that one snuffed out. And that play just wasn't going to go anywhere. Now, why is the ball spotted all the way back there? Are they calling it a backwards pass? Well, I just don't think it was. Well, they're calling it a backwards pass and a fumble, but I don't know about that. Anyway, here comes the punt. Now, be careful back there. It's picked up and coming down the sideline with a nice return for Brownsville. Landon Williams.
Stopped by Jeff Marcus.
Playing with a little danger back there, picking that punt up at the 5-yard line, but
Falcons take over 1st and 10 on their own 36.
Anyway, Brownsville started 35. We had a good angle on that pass, and that just looked like a forward pass from here. I think that should have been called an incomplete pass, but apparently they call it a backwards pass, which means a live football, which means Brownsville would have fallen on it. They'd have had the football way up on the Beth Center side of the field. Anyway, they start at their own 35, up by 20. 2 wideouts to the top. Wilson slot left. Single setback. We'll get the option play. Solomon will keep it. Struggling ahead for about 5. Hanging on for dear life.
JT Shasha.
Shasha making the tackle, and he was just hanging on, number 74.
And 5.
5-yard gain for Solomon. Well, who would have thunk that Jason Williams would be the leading rusher tonight for Brownsville, but indeed he has been, thanks to that 60-yard touchdown romp just a few moments ago. Now 2nd down and 5. Wilson is the single setback, and he'll get it again straight up the middle, and he is up near the 1st down marker.
Jason Wilson.
Right at the 45. That'll be very close.
Jordan Sweeney on the stop.
Might have to measure on this one. Wilson coming into the game with just over 100 yards. On the season, he might get a 100-yard game tonight. They're not going to measure. They're going to call it a 1st down. So 1st and 10 for the Falcons. 4:41 on a turning clock here in period number 3. Story of the night has been the Brownsville defense, which has just put the clamps on the Bulldogs tonight. Full house backfield. And the give is to the tailback, Samuel. Right now they're getting about 5 yards a pop here on this possession. Actually, Samuel might get 6. Ahead to the 49 into Beth Center territory.
Stop was by J.D. McCarty.
2nd down and 4 from there. McCarty on the tackle.
2nd down and 4.
Brownsville still alive. Slim hopes for a playoff berth. They need to win this game tonight. That appears to be well in hand. Next week they travel to Waynesburg, and that will be a tough one. If they beat the Red Raiders and Seton LaSalle loses their final 2 games, then Brownsville sneaks into the playoffs as your number 4 team out of the Interstate Conference. Now Solomon keeping the ball, trying to get room around the left end. Falcone will have none of it. He makes the tackle for a 1-yard loss. J.D. McCarty in on the play as well.
It'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 5.
And 5.
If Seton LaSalle wins tonight, then next week's game becomes meaningless for the.
Are you ready for some football?
If you're a high school football fan, make sure you reach for the end zone every Sunday in the Herald Standard. Get a comprehensive look at the local high school football scores each Sunday in the Herald Standard. The end zone is a special section dedicated to high school football scores, stats, stories, and photos. The end zone has everything you need to keep updated on the latest games of all your favorite high school football teams. So get into the zone, the Herald Standard end zone, every Sunday from your local sports leader, the Herald Standard.
I'll see you in the end zone.
if Seton LaSalle wins tonight, then next week's game becomes meaningless for the Falcons. But should Seton LaSalle lose, then Brownsville goes into the final week of the season still with a shot at a playoff berth. Now we're going to get a flag on this play. That'll be illegal procedure against Brownsville. That pass was caught for first down yardage, but it's going to come back.
Complete to Todd Settles.
Settles made the catch, but Patterson on the near side took off too soon. And Brownsville will be flagged for,
on the play.
but I think maybe their first penalty of the evening. Actually, I think they had an illegal procedure penalty in the first half, so that would be their second. So that'll nullify the first down. We'll have second down and 9, 3:04 left in the third period. Ball will be spotted at the 46 of Brownsville.
Falcons penalized 5 yards.
Just across the
It'll be
45.
third down and about 10.
Falcons in the black and gold. Step up to the line. 3 setbacks. Patterson at the top of the formation, but this will be a pass. And deep, looking for the tight end. Oh, in and out. In and out.
Danny Sullivan's pass.
Of the hands of Steve Bazabon. Sent the tight end right down the hash marks. And that was a very nicely delivered ball by Dan Solomon.
Danny Sullivan back to punt.
Okay, what did I miss? Why is it fourth down? Okay, we're punting the ball. And Beth Center will take over. What did I miss? There was a 6-yard run, and then there was a penalty.
Mike Stanley. Bulldogs take over. First and 10. On their own 30.
No, that's not true.
That's what happened.
I know, but that's not true. You had a 6-yard run, and then you had the penalty, which wiped away the pass. It still should have been. It still. Now you had a 6-yard run on first down, then you had a penalty on second down. It should have been second down over again, which was the long pass, and then third down. But they punted the ball. Unless I missed a play. Anyway, Beth Center has the ball. Either I'm losing control here or the officials down on the field are losing control. I'm not sure which it is. But, well, I'll have to go back and look at the tape, I guess.
And Justin Samuel.
But I could have sworn there was first and 10, and then a 6-yard run, then you had the penalty, and then the incomplete pass. That should have made it third down. I think they moved the down. Well, that couldn't be. Everybody couldn't have missed that. I had to have missed a play. At any rate, Beth Center has it now. We're at 2:07 left in the third period. And here comes Opal. Flag flies. I think we're probably going to get a hold here against the Bulldogs.
Steve Campbell, and there's a flag on the play.
Brownsville probably wants to decline that. Set up the third and long. Yeah, the coaching staff over on the far sideline already signaling, wave it off. We don't want that penalty. We'll take the third down and very long.
Holding charge against the Bulldogs. Penalty is refused.
Official signaling that the penalty has been declined. So with a minute 59 left in the third period, Beth Center now in an obvious passing situation. Brownsville can pin their ears back and come after Bayless. Falcone is split to the near side. Play action. Over the middle, almost intercepted. Trying to hit Swaney. But I'll tell you what, that went right in and out of the hands of Paul Orris. He almost had himself a gift interception. Kind of banged himself in the helmet a little bit. Thought he should have had it. Incomplete pass. Bayless now 2 out of 7 on the night.
Justin Samuel.
And now Vic Lapkowitz has to go back and punt it away again, and he's gotten quite a workout punting the ball tonight. Under pressure, gets it away. Spinner to the near side, and that will go well out of bounds Brownsville will have great field position in Beth Center territory at the 49-yard line. A minute 34 left in the third quarter. Brownsville leads at 20-0, and we'll be right back. Three, two. Back to action now. Final minute and a half of the third period. Brownsville with a 20-point lead. Now an empty set backfield. Back to pass under pressure. Far sideline and incomplete. Solomon tried to hit Mike Piclamini.
And Solomon's pass intended for
A couple players a little slow getting up. Higginbotham was putting the pressure on. Looks to be okay, though. He'll stay in the game. Everybody all right. Second down and 10 now. Brownsville just across the midfield stripe at the Beth Center 49. Solomon 5 out of 13, 84 yards, passing 1 touchdown. All in the first half as far as the yardage. Has not completed a pass yet here in the third period. They haven't needed him to. Now straight up the middle, Wilson hit at the line of scrimmage, struggles forward. Sweeney pulls him down after about a 2-yard gain. Third down and 8. Approaching the 1 minute mark remaining here in quarter number 3. Brownsville has picked up 1 touchdown in each period. A fumble return, a pass, and a rush. Really, a fumble return wouldn't be the right thing to call it, I don't think. Now the keeper, Solomon, will get across the 45, but he'll be well short of the first down. 3-yard gain, they needed 8. I don't think you call it a fumble return when the offense recovers the fumble and runs with it. That's not a return. That's what happened for Brownsville is Mike Piclamini, running back on the play, fumbled, and tight end David Jackson then picked it up and just kept on going for a combined 73-yard play. That was the opening score in tonight's game. Now Brownsville will go for it on 4th and 5. Why not? Straight drop back. Far sideline, it's intercepted. Falcone, nice break on the ball as he picks it off at the 40. Tried to hit Patterson on the far sideline. But you got to feel good for Aaron Falcone because that young man has had a rough night. He fell down on the touchdown pass to Settles. Allowed Settles to get behind him. Or fell down or slipped. And he's let a couple receivers get open behind him, but he played that one very nicely. Broke on the ball beautifully. If he could have intercepted it on his feet, he heads down the sideline for a touchdown. Had to dive for it, but a nice play by Falcone. So Beth Center gets their second turnover of the night against the Falcons. And now we get a flag on first down. Sweeney fired out too soon. So that'll move Beth Center back 5 yards. We have 5 seconds left in the period, so one play. And that will end the third quarter. It will be a first down and 15. Brownsville fumbling inside the Beth Center 10-yard line early in the second quarter. And now Solomon throwing that interception. So both turnovers tonight have been against the Falcons, but it has not hurt Brownsville. They're still comfortably in the lead. Now back to pass on first down. Batted up into the air. That was Orris again. Paul Orris, who almost had an interception on the third down play the last time Beth Center had the ball. Bats that one up into the air. Tried to hit Sweeney again over the middle. And we'll have one more play after the incomplete pass. There's 1 second left. Second down and 15. Beth Center winless on the season. 0-5 in the Interstate Conference, 0-7 on the year. They'll play Quaker Valley next week. And then they'll play Bentworth on the final game of the season. Now under pressure, Bayless. Did he get rid of it? We're going to call it a fumble? No, they will call it an incomplete pass. I think that's the right call. Arm was moving forward. You heard the buzzer, so the third quarter must be over. And after 3 quarters of play, the score, the Brownsville Falcons 20, the Beth Center Bulldogs nothing. 1 more mile to go, fourth quarter action right after this.
For help with any of your legal matters, Davis & Davis has 2 convenient offices to serve you, Uniontown and Brownsville. They offer evening and weekend appointments and will even come to your home. Davis & Davis, a team of professionals working for you.
We're ready for fourth quarter action. Chuck Durso with you here on Herald Standard Television. Brownsville leading Beth Center 20-0 after 3 periods of play. Beth Center with the football at their own 35-yard line, but they face a 3rd down and a 15. We have an official's timeout here to start things off as Bayless, the quarterback, over on the near sideline, getting some tidying up here as far as equipment. And you got to wonder how long the officials will allow that to go on here. If he doesn't get it straightened out pretty soon, they may just have to go out there and play without him. Of course, he's been the quarterback the whole game. You don't want to have to do that. I'm not sure what the problem is, though. He's got his jersey all pulled up high. Now they got him all straightened up, tucked in and ironed out and smoothed away and looking pretty and now ready to go. Have a word with the coaching staff first, get the play call, and then see what they can do on 3rd and 15. Started to mention at the end of the third period, Beth Center will play Quaker Valley next week, and then they will play an add-on game at the end of the year, as most teams that don't make the playoffs in the WPIAL do. The Thursday after the season ends, they'll take on local nearby rival Bentworth out of the Tri-County South. Tonight it's Brownsville, though, and they'll pitch. They'll try to run for it on 3rd and long. Higginbotham steps away from a tackler at the 40. A flag is dropped near the end of that play. Higginbotham well short of the first down, but let's see what the call is here. That was late.
There's a flag on the play.
In an area where you think it might be holding on the Bulldogs, but the flag came so late that you don't want to be too hasty here. Well, we could have been hasty. It was holding against Beth Center. So you think Brownsville's probably going to decline, as Higginbotham was well short of the first down. And that would set up a 4th down play. You could move them back 10 yards, but they're going to have to punt from here. And so the Falcons will indeed wave that one off. Ball spotted at the 44. That's 6 yards short of the yardage the Bulldogs needed. It was a gain of 9. Longest run of the night for Higginbotham. Second longest run of the night for Beth Center. They have struggled mightily offensively, with only 1 first down the entire ball game, and only 1 trip into Brownsville territory. Punt by Lapkowitz goes out of bounds up near the 33. Maybe actually spot that at the 35. Yeah, they'll spot it at the 35, and that's where the Falcons will take over. 11:48 remaining here in the ball game. Falcons lead by 20. And they step up to the line on first down. Solomon, the quarterback. Two tight end offense, full house backfield. Running formation and the straight ahead dive and a big gain. And this one could go to the house. Samuel, it's a foot race. 20, they won't catch him. Touchdown Falcons, 65 yards. Justin Samuel, who has been bottled up much of the night, but he gets a big one there. Samuel had been held to just 27 yards on 13 carries prior to that one, but he just goes 65 yards to the house. And now Glumac will try to add the PAT. Snap is down, kick is up, the kick is good. And with 11 minutes and 37 seconds remaining in this ball game, Brownsville has extended the lead. It's now Brownsville 27. Let's hold on. Officials are conferring. Points not up on the scoreboard just yet. Justin Samuel has been bottled up. The one positive I think Beth Center can take from tonight was their ability to stuff Samuel and not allow him to break off the big run until that play. He was averaging only about 2 yards a carry, but 65 yards on that one. The call is a personal foul against Beth Center, so the kick is good. So now we can say, with 11:37 left in the ball game, the score is indeed Brownsville 27, Beth Center nothing. We'll be right back on Herald Standard Television.
27.
Fayette Tire has been the trusted name for 4 decades. Fayette Tire has been the trusted name for all your tire needs. But did you know that Fayette Tire also offers an extensive service program, including brakes, inspections, oil changes, and road hazard coverage? Of course, Fayette Tire still has one of the area's largest selection of tires to choose from, including Michelin tires, BF Goodrich radials, and the Uniroyal brand. Fayette Tire has the fastest tire change around to get you back on the road fast. Great Michelin, BF Goodrich, and Uniroyal tires, plus the service you trust, Fayette Tire.
Well, welcome back. The officials are marking off the personal foul penalty that was called against Beth Center on the extra point. The point was good, and the penalty gets assessed on the kickoff. So Brownsville will now kick off from the Beth Center 45. Some more bad news for the Bulldogs, who trail by 27 and do not look to get any kind of field position out of this. You would expect Lumac to just kind of squib it on down there. And that's what he does. Well, you don't want to kick it out of bounds. Oh, my goodness, that's a mistake. And if you're going to make a mistake like that, do it in a game where you're ahead by 27 points, but a chance to pin Beth Center back deep. Instead, you kick it out of bounds. Now the Bulldogs get to start all the way up at the 35-yard line. So that didn't work out anywhere near the way the Falcons were hoping it would. And Beth Center gets a break. They could use a break. It's been a rough night for the Bulldogs. We thought that might be the case, though. We can't say that we're surprised by that. Beth Center without a win on the season. Coming into enemy territory here in Republic, you had to think the Falcons were going to win this game, and they're certainly on their way. You'd like to see Beth Center do something here late in the game, though. Something they can build on. Some kind of positive drive resulting in a score. Now we get a whistle.
Flag on the play.
Flag thrown on the far side of the field by the official coming in now to talk to the referee. It's going to be illegal motion. Well, somebody did something wrong there on the line of scrimmage, and so right off the bat, Beth Center has to move back 5 yards.
Bulldogs penalized 5 yards.
And now Beth Center wants to call a timeout.
Illegal motion.
This just isn't working
Timeout,
at all.
Bulldogs.
Now, a reminder to tune in this coming Friday night for our regular season finale edition of the Herald Standard Davis & Davis High School Football Scoreboard program. I'll be joined by Joseph Hogue at 11:30 as we wrap up the final week of the regular season. Monessen battling Carmichael's with the Tri-County South title perhaps on the line. Mapletown, California. A playoff berth could be at stake there. Albert Gallatin playing Laurel Highlands. Some bragging rights at stake in that one. We'll have the scores of all of those games and everything else from around the WPIAL, including the final standings, and we'll let you know who's in the playoffs and who's out. So a lot coming up this Friday night. It's at 11:30. Joseph Hoke and myself, the Herald Standard Davis and Davis High School football scoreboard program. Make sure you tune in right here on HSTV. Now back to action. First down and 15. Opal goes in motion. Quick drop back over the middle, looking for Sweeney. Oh, he almost pulled that in. Nice effort by Sweeney as he put the big paw up. Couldn't quite bring it down. And it will be second and long now. Well, that was just a quick drop back and kind of floated one over the middle. Sweeney found himself a little bit of space, but couldn't pull it in. 11 and a half minutes remaining. Beth Center trails by 27. Falcone will now split wide to the top side. Morgan on the near side. Opal goes in motion. And now the pitch to Higginbotham. No way that's going to work.
Mike Higginbotham.
Justin Samuel having so much fun on that long 65-yard touchdown run, he decides to step up and make a big defensive play as well.
It'll be third down.
And he drops Higginbotham for a 2-yard loss. Third down and 17 from the Beth Center 28. Bayless comes back from the sideline now with the play. What do you do on 3rd and 17? Morgan to the near side, Falcone up top. Opal, right slot now, he goes in motion away from you. Rolling right, he'll keep it. But he won't advance it. As he is pulled down by Paul Orris, sophomore linebacker who's had a nice second half here defensively. Made some big plays for the Falcons. That ball spotted all the way back at the 26, so a 2-yard loss for Bayless. Beth Center will punt it away again. I've lost count of how many punts for Lapkowitz. I know we're at least 7. Has to be.
Brandon Williams.
Brandon Williams, Doug Patterson.
Dougie Patterson, deep.
Back to return this punt. Lapkowitz, high and deep. Patterson at the 40. Looking for room, steps around the tackler. Now he has room down the sideline. Into Beth Center territory and across the 40-yard line. Falcons will take over at the 38, 9:56 left here in the 4th and final period.
On the Bulldog, 37.
So great field position for the Falcons. They've picked up 1 touchdown in each of the 4 quarters so far tonight. But a chance to perhaps add a second score here. Now we're going to get a timeout called by the Falcons. So with 9 minutes and 56 seconds remaining in this ball game, while we have a timeout on the field, we'll take a timeout as well. Your score, Brownsville 27, Beth Center nothing.
If you've been injured at work, you need to protect your rights. Don't settle for less than what you deserve. Call the hometown attorneys at Davis & Davis for a free consultation. Davis & Davis, a team of professionals working for you.
Welcome back. Chuck Durso with you here on Herald Standard Television. It is a Falcon night as they lead by 27, and now with the football coming out of the timeout, they have 1st and 10 at the Beth Center 38. Now here comes the pitch. Brandon Williams looking for room around the right end. He'll get a couple of yards, and that's about it. Ball up near the 35.
It'll be second down. Number 21.
It's actually a 3-yard gain for Williams. And we have a change at quarterback now. Jeff Pelahak now in the game at quarterback, and oh my goodness, some miscommunication there. Half the offensive line fired out too soon. So Brownsville will move them back 5 yards to the 40, and second down and 12 from there. It's mop-up time now. Brownsville with a 27-point lead. And we're just counting down the minutes. Second and long. Quick hitter up the middle. Pick up about 5 yards.
Mike Stanley.
It's Mike Stanley on the carry.
Stopped by J.D. McCarty.
Third down and 7.
It'll be third down.
Under 9 minutes remaining in this one. Senior night here in Brownsville, and it's been a good one. Party time for the Falcons as they are going to pick up a big win here in the interstate. Little mix-up on that handoff, and a flag comes in late.
Will Murray carry. Stop with
The officials will confer. Brownsville going to move to the 500 mark with this win. They're now going to be 3-3 in the conference and 4-4 overall on the season. Calls a holding penalty against Brownsville. You would imagine Beth Center will decline. Actually, illegal use of hands, it looks like.
Illegal use of the hands against the Falcons.
Are they going to move him back? You could have 4th down and about 7. Instead, they'll take 3rd down and 17. Okay.
It'll be 3rd down and 17.
Brownsville moves back to the Beth Center 45. And Falcons come up to the line now. Again, Pelahak is now into the game for Solomon. He'll quarterback the rest of the way. Will he throw the ball? No, they'll run it. Big gainer for Stanley. Nice tackle as he is pulled down from behind by Vic Lapkowitz. Nice play by Lapkowitz. That ball spotted just across the 40, so now it will be 4th down and 11.
It'll be 4th down.
Do you go for it here on 4th down at this spot in the field? You might do that. Solomon the punter for Brownsville, and he doesn't come back out, so you got to imagine they are going to go for it. They come up to the line, certainly give every indication that they will. And now here comes the run around the right end, and this could be a touchdown. And it will be. Brandon Williams. Oh, my goodness, on 4th down and 11, Brandon Williams goes 39 yards for another Falcon score. And now it's 33-0. You could go for 2 and put the mercy rule into effect, but I don't think that would be very sporting, old chap. So they'll just kick for the 1. Ian Glumack, high snap. Pelahak, nice job to put that ball down. And the kick is up and through. Good job by the holder, Jeff Pelahak, on that play. Glumack puts it through, and the Falcons extend their lead. 7:33 left in this one. Now 34-0 Brownsville. Will be right back. They could have gone for 2 and made it the mercy rule. Huh? No, I know you wouldn't want to do that. That'd be bogus. Yeah. And I'll be blasting you too. I'll be criticizing you, and I'll be coaching next.
Rob Opel and Mike Morgan deep.
In 3, 2. Welcome back, Chuck Durso here as we count down the minutes. Brownsville with an impressive and relatively easy victory tonight over Beth Center. They lead 34-0. Now Glumack going to kick the ball. Ball just laying flat along the ground, and he will squib it down. He's kicked a couple out of bounds. I guess that's perhaps why they put it like that. Now Opel Trying to get around Stanley. Can't do it, though. Pulled down at the 34.
Stanley.
And that's where the Bulldogs will take over. Again, trying to get something on the board here. But by my count, this is unofficial, but I believe that we're still looking at just one first down on the evening for Beth Center. That came in the first half.
Bulldogs take over, 1st and 10 on their own.
So you got to give that Falcon defense some credit. They have played very well. First and 10 play for the Bulldogs. And we're getting sloppy now. We're getting sloppy down the stretch. They'll get a penalty on the Falcons now. 5-yard penalty will make it 1st and 5.
It'll be 1st and 5.
Our other game of the week for this week is Fraser Geibel. A couple of winless squads on the year. Somebody will get off the schneid tonight over on the other side of Fayette County. Make sure you check your local listings for that game here on Herald Standard Television. On first down, the give is to Opal, looking for room around the right end. Gets a couple. Next week,
All oars.
we have
Van Dimner on the stop.
Mapletown at California in a game that could have playoff implications. If Mapletown defeated Jefferson Morgan tonight, then they clinch a playoff spot and Jefferson Morgan is eliminated. If Jefferson Morgan won that game tonight, then Mapletown has to beat California next week to make the playoffs. That will be one of our games next week. Second down play now. Bayless sprinting to his left, and he'll be dropped for a big loss. Flag comes in from way back in the defensive backfield. Back judge firing that flag. There's a big loss on the play, but let's see what the call is here. I'm going to get the signal now from the officials. They're going to call a face mask against Brownsville.
Against the Falcons.
And did I hear the public address announcer say personal foul? I didn't. Yeah, it is. Yeah, personal foul. So now Beth Center will get their first down of the second half, albeit with some help. Face mask that.
First down.
I don't think it was on the tackle. The official who threw the flag, and I kid you not, was 50 yards away from the tackle. So it couldn't have been on the tackle. It had to be somewhere else where somebody grabbed a face mask. Anyway, the ball right at the midfield stripe. Now play action. Back to pass. Oh, he had Falcone wide open in the flat. Threw it behind him.
Aaron Falcon is incomplete.
Tough night passing for Bayless.
Going to be second down.
Only 14 for 38 on the season coming into tonight. He's 2 for 11 tonight. Just 14 yards. Opal has caught a pass for 5. Sweeney has caught a pass for 9. 6:23 remaining in the ballgame. I mentioned to Mapletown, California, one of our games next week. It may actually be our only game next week, because we're not sure at this point. We had planned on bringing you the Uniontown, Youngstown, Ursina game, non-conference game, regular season finale. But now there seems to be some doubt as to whether that game's still going to be played. Here's an interception by Stanley. He stays on his feet, and now he could be going down the sideline. Only one man to stop him. And he is run out of bounds.
Stanley.
Ryan Kunkel was able to run him out of bounds up near the 30-yard line at the Beth Center 29. Otherwise, Stanley would have been gone for another Falcon score. That pass way overthrown. Stanley makes the interception, and then a good job to keep his balance. That's the first Beth Center turnover tonight. They've been able to hang on to the football. Just haven't been able to move the football.
Falcons 1st and 10.
And now the Falcons with 6:13 left, once again deep in Falcon territory. Straight ahead dive, and not much doing there at all.
Will Murray,
sophomore halfback.
JT Shasha.
Picks up maybe a yard. Shasha on the tackle. So anyway, looks now there's word that Uniontown game may not be played. If it is played, we'll bring it to you. But if it's not played, not because of Uniontown, mind you, it's because of Youngstown apparently. Not wanting to make the trip now all of a sudden. Up the middle, steps away from a tackler. Here he goes again, another touchdown run for Brandon Williams.
Touchdown.
28 yards this time. His second touchdown scamper here in the final period. And now Brownsville blowing this one wide open. It's 40 zip. And that will put the mercy rule into effect the rest of the way. Broke a tackle, and
kept the extra point.
once he did that, it was just a matter of outracing the defensive backfield to the stripe. Williams into the end zone. Lumac's kick is up and through. And with 5:33 remaining in this one, it's now 41-0. Brownsville will be right back. Five of the fourth quarter, Brownsville picking up one touchdown in each of the first three quarters, but they've been in the end zone 3 times here in the fourth quarter as they're just pouring it on now. Lumac again with that ball laying right down on the ground, and he'll just give it a little chip shot. Opal from the 20. Up the middle, breaks the tackle at the 30. Doesn't break the second tackle as he's pulled down at the 36-yard line. Todd Settles, nice tackle there. And Beth Center will take over at that spot. Anyway, just to wrap this up, what we were talking about before the break, if that Uniontown-Youngstown game is not played, then we will most likely just have the one game for you next week, which would be the Mapletown at California battle out of the Tri-County South. That will be our lone game of the week for the final week of the regular season. Subject to change, of course. That schedule could change, and Brownsville will be called for another penalty, their third defensive penalty here in the last couple of minutes. So it will be 1st and 5.
Falcons outside, penalized 5 yards.
And of course, that's next week. Then the week after that, the WPIAL playoffs begin. We know that at least 2 area teams will be in. Actually, we know that 3 area teams will be in. Uniontown and Carmichael's are already in. And then either Mapletown or Jefferson Morgan will get that other slot out of the Tri-County South. So 3 area teams in the playoffs, and we'll follow them as best we can all the way through. Higginbotham with the run and very close to first down yardage, looks to have it. As far as the playoff schedule, we'll have to see what the schedule looks like and who's playing where, and
First down.
we'll just advise you to stay tuned to Herald Standard Television. We'll let you know which games we'll be covering. No doubt we'll have all the Uniontown playoff games. That's a given as far as they advance in the WPIAL playoffs, or maybe even beyond. That's right. Don't forget, you win the WPIAL, then you get to play in the state tournament. Nice pass up the middle to Sweeney. Did he catch it? They're going to call it a catch? Yes, they will call it a catch. And now Brandon Williams on the fumble recovery. He breaks away from one man, and now he has lots of room. There is a flag on the play, and now another flag comes down. Williams will come down at around the 44. Let's wait and see. There was a flag early as that ball was being fumbled. There was also a flag late. Now the second flag almost undoubtedly will be against Brownsville on the return. The first penalty may have been against Brownsville as well, and it could be before the turnover. So we'll see how this all plays out. Depends on the timing. Was it before or after the fumble? And who gets the football? Now we saw the holding signal. Actually, I'm going to correct myself. That is the only penalty. The officials did not throw a flag early. That was an official throwing the beanbag when the ball was fumbled. That's what he was throwing. So no, the only penalty came on the return, so Brownsville does get the football. Pass was complete to Sweeney. No doubt he had possession, had taken a couple of steps, and then the ball came loose. How about the fourth quarter Brandon Williams has had? Actually, the second half, he had a nice punt return in the third period. So the fumble, second turnover of the night against Beth Center. Both teams have now turned it over twice. Much of the return yardage nullified because of a holding penalty on the return, but the Falcons do get the football back. And now we get another change at quarterback, as sophomore Brian Gates now in, the third Falcon QB of the night. Will Murray on the dive. He's yet another sophomore, as head coach Bartolomucci getting the youngsters some PT out there as we approach the 3-minute mark remaining. Again, as I started to say, if you win the WPIAL, that puts you automatically into the semifinals of the state tournament. Not that we want to get ahead of ourselves, but you can start to dream, hey, Uniontown ranked #1 right now in the WPIAL. And as I said, we'll follow them every game we can possibly do. The rest of the way through the WPIAL playoffs and, again, maybe even beyond.
Flag on the play.
Another flag flies as Mike Stanley picks up a couple of yards, but we'll have to get this call again. This game refuses to end. A holding penalty now against Brownsville. Mercy rule is in effect, and that keeps the clock moving, although they do stop it now while they mark off the penalty, but normally after the penalty the clock would remain stopped until the snap. In this case, once they set the ball down, they'll restart the clock because of the mercy rules. So we'll be done here soon. 41-0. It was 14-0 at the half. Beth Center was keeping it respectable. It was 20-0 going into the fourth quarter. Even that wasn't too bad. But 3 Brownsville touchdowns here in the final stanza have blown this one wide open. Fumble on the snap. Now it's picked up by Gates, and he'll be dropped immediately. Although, to be honest, this score really does accurately reflect the way this game has gone. The game was deceptively close at the half. I mean, Brownsville pretty much has dominated the entire game, but a couple of missed opportunities by the Falcons, and Beth Center was able to keep the game really closer on the scoreboard than it was on the field. What you see on the scoreboard now kind of is an accurate representation of what's been going on down there. Brownsville definitely has dominated this one. And this keeps their playoff hopes alive as they move to 3-3 in the interstate. Now the pitch. And some more running room. Trying to break a tackle. Jeff Palahak, who's been out there all over the place, played about every position. He was the number 2 quarterback. Now he gets to run the ball, and is that yellow laundry again? Personal foul face masking call against Beth Center, so tacked 15 yards onto the end of that, and that'll give Brownsville the first down. And now with 1:29 left, all they have to do is basically run 2, maybe 3 plays, and then we'll be done. They could take a knee if they wanted. Brownsville now has to go home and find out if Seton LaSalle lost. They'll be tuned in to the Herald Standard Davis & Davis High School Football Scoreboard program for this week. Of course, that already aired by the time you've seen this. Make sure you tune in for our regular season finale edition this Friday night at 11:30. The Falcons will be going home following this game and seeing if Seton LaSalle lost. If they did, then Brownsville's still alive for a playoff berth. Hey, look, it's a penalty. If Seton LaSalle lost, then Brownsville will need to win at Waynesburg next week, and Seton LaSalle will have to lose again. And if all of that happens, the Falcons get in. And the reason for that is that they lost to Seton LaSalle, so they have to finish ahead of Seton LaSalle to get that 4th and final playoff berth. A tie, the Falcons don't get the tiebreaker because they lost that overtime game earlier this year that you saw here on HSTV. So they need a lot of help. A lot of things have to break their way, and the toughest of all of them might be winning next week at Waynesburg. That's a tall order. But if they can do it, at least they hope to have a shot. Let's put it that way. They're hoping for good news when they get home tonight and at least have a shot. That's all you can ask for at this point. Give us a shot going into next week. That's what they want. We're going to get one more play, and then we'll all be out of here. 20 seconds left. And there is the pitch. And that will end the ball game as Tim Van Divner gets a short gain. And that'll end it as the clock runs down. 3, 2, 1 and done. The final score is the Brownsville Falcons 41, the Beth Center Bulldogs nothing. Back with a final word right after this. Welcome back. Chuck Durso here down on the field. Brownsville with a big 41-0 victory tonight over Beth Center to, at least for now, keep their playoff hopes alive in the Interstate Conference. Head coach Don Bartolomucci with me. Also, we have a fullback, Jason Wilson. My apologies. Knew it as soon as I said it. Who had a big game tonight, including a big play. We'll talk to the coach in just one second. But first, Jason, talk about that big run. 60 yards. That's almost as much as you've had all season.
Yeah, it's been... traps and blasts ain't been working too well, throughout the year, and it just opened up, this game, and it was pretty exciting. I only had, this is my second touchdown in 3 years. I enjoyed it as much as I can.
How heavy was that football when you got that amount, 20 or 10 or so?
It was about 3,000 pounds. It was a bunch, yeah.
Well, you was able to carry the mail all the way home. Congratulations. Nice win.
Thanks.
Okay, we're going to ask you to step aside for just 1 second if you could, and I'll talk to the coach for just a second. I mentioned the playoff hopes at least are alive, so you have to be happy about that.
Yeah, well, it depends on what happens with Waynesburg tonight. They have Carlington. I think they played Carlington down there. So we got to hope that Carlington wins, and of course we have to win next week. Waynesburg's a very, very formidable foe, but I like our chances. I think we can play with them if we get everybody healthy. We got our linebacker hurt tonight. I'm hoping he's all right because he's a key football player.
Talk a little bit about tonight's game. Obviously, Beth Center, we knew they were struggling coming into the season, but coming into tonight. But bottom line, your defense played an outstanding game tonight.
The defense have been playing well all year. We've had some problems getting the offensive started. We have some pretty good speed. It's just a matter of getting them in the right places at the right time. Beth Center's I'm on the board at Beth Center, and Eddie has played for me, the head coach, and he's doing an outstanding job with the kids he has. He's playing a very young team. The quarterback's a freshman, and he's had some really key injuries, and I just feel for him. I feel for him because it's tough when you get into that situation. But it took us a half to get started, but I think after a while we played pretty well.
And the passing game seemed to be pretty effective early in the game, at least. Solomon, nice job throwing the ball.
We had a good job. We had a good game last week against Charleroi throwing the ball. And we wanted to throw it more tonight, but when you get ahead, then you got to keep it on the ground. And a lot of young kids got to play tonight. All the seniors were in, I think, for the last 11 or 12 minutes. So I'm real happy with the win.
Well, congratulations on the win. Hope you get some good news when you get back home, and good luck next week.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Again, Brownsville with the victory. The final score 41-0 over Beth Center. Brownsville again only led 14-0 at the half. They played very well the entire game. Missed a couple of opportunities during the first half, and didn't have as big a lead as perhaps they would have liked to have had. But they were able to blow it open late in the game. Several long touchdown runs, and just bone-crunching defense tonight by the Falcons as they hold Beth Center to only 3 first downs the entire evening. 2 of those coming in the final few minutes of the game. So a very impressive job by the Falcon defense. The Brownsville offense getting the job done late in the game as well. And the bottom line is the Falcons, as of right now, this may have changed by the time you're watching this, but as we stand here out on the field right now, Brownsville still alive for a playoff berth in the WPIAL. We thank you for tuning in, and we hope you enjoyed the action. Again, tonight's final score from Republic, Brownsville 41, Beth Center This is Chuck Durso saying so long on Herald Standard Television.